hopefully you're going to get an email that looks like this, that says that your interior and cover meet the technical requirements for printing, and the next step is to proof your book. You may also get some non-blocking issues, which means it won't stop the process from happening. You could still publish the book this way, but there are things that you may want to fix and check. And so I'm sure that there are some within our document as well. One thing that you may notice by now, or even before, is that we actually have ISBNs assigned to us, both an ISBN 13 and an ISBN 10. And so we'll need to go back into our document at some point and add those in there, especially like around the copyright page. But one thing that you want to look for is this here that says proof your book. And so we'll click on that. And eventually, I do recommend ordering a printed proof copy so that you can physically have a copy. You'll always see additional things when you have it in your hand. But first, before you do that, you want to do a digital proof. And so you'll click the Launch Digital Proofer, or you could download a PDF proof, but I like doing the online version. Now remember, this cover is not serious. It's kind of just a joke just to get us to this point. But here's where we want to be. And anytime CreateSpace has problems, it'll point them out up here in the right corner. But we can scroll through this page by page, which I definitely recommend doing. I recommend basically going through your entire document. And the nice thing is CreateSpace shows this kind of border around your page to give you an idea of where you are with the shading and where you need to be. And so all this looks good. Obviously, any changes that I make, I'll probably have to go back and make sure the page numbers are still correct in my table of contents. But I can make decisions on how I feel about fonts and fleurons, things like that. You can also zoom in or do one page at a time, or a catalog view, as we mentioned earlier in another lesson. Anyway, just scrolling through this one page at a time looks really good. I'll be curious to see how the elephants and lions look. I actually think that's kind of cool, and the little fleuron here. Of course, you can also type in a page somewhere in the middle, like 166 out of 328, just to get a feel for another page. You can scroll towards the end and check out your author page if you want. Let's see how this is going to look. So right now, this is oh, we have this actually. See, I made a mistake on that. I thought that we had the About the Author on a left page and the picture on a right page. But I made that mistake. So these are really good things to check out. And obviously, you know, you want to take your time going through the entire document. If I click on the grid view, I'll get an idea of which pages these things that they're mentioning happen at, and we can discuss them. You know, actually, I'm not seeing any of those warning lights throughout this entire document. I was expecting maybe to see it on the About the Author image. It might possibly have to do with the little images for the lion and the elephant, but I'm not going to worry about that because those don't need to be absolutely 100% 300 DPI or PPI. So once you're happy with this, you can just exit out of the digital proofer, and then you can either, if you want, you can do you can download a PDF proof and go through that as well. Or you can order a printed proof. I really recommend ordering a printed proof. You don't need the expensive shipping. It actually ships a lot faster than they normally say. I usually get the cheapest shipping and it shows up within a week. And eventually, if you're really happy with everything, you click the Approve Proof button. But obviously you want to go back into your document, make changes, and re-upload it first.